When Heather Lanier gave birth to her daughter Fiona, she envisioned a future filled with typical milestones: first words, first steps, and the usual markers of childhood development. However, Fiona's diagnosis of Wolf-Hirschhorn Syndrome, WHS, a rare genetic condition characterized by developmental delays and physical challenges, reshaped that vision. Determined to connect with her daughter and help her communicate, Heather embarked on a journey exploring alternative communication methods, notably sign language and augmentative and alternative communication, in AAC technologies. Embracing sign language. In the early stages of Fiona's development, verbal communication was limited. Recognizing the importance of interaction, Heather introduced sign language to Fiona. This visual form of communication became a bridge between mother and daughter, allowing Fiona to express basic needs and emotions. Simple signs like more, eat, and all done opened doors to understanding and reduced frustration for both. Heather's commitment to sign language wasn't just about immediate communication, it was about laying a foundation for Fiona's future interactions. By integrating signs into daily routines, songs, and stories, Heather ensured that Fiona's world was rich with opportunities to learn and express herself. As Fiona grew, so did her cognitive abilities and her desire to communicate more complex thoughts. To support this, Heather introduced AAC devices, specifically a speech-generating app on a tablet. This technology allowed Fiona to select symbols and words, constructing sentences and sharing her thoughts in ways previously unavailable to her. The integration of AAC technology was transformative. Fiona could now participate more actively in conversations, make choices, and express preferences, fostering a sense of independence and confidence. For Heather, it was a profound shift, witnessing her daughter engage with the world on her terms, using tools that amplified her voice. Heather's experiences with Fiona highlighted broader societal attitudes toward disability and communication. Through her memoir, Raising a Rare Girl, and her TED Talk, Good and Bad Are Incomplete Stories We Tell Ourselves, Heather challenges the notion that verbal speech is the sole indicator of intelligence or capability. She advocates for a more inclusive understanding of communication, one that values diverse methods and recognizes the potential in every child. Heather's journey underscores the importance of access to communication tools and the need for societal support in embracing alternative communication methods. Her story serves as both inspiration and a call to action, to recognize the value in every voice regardless of how it's expressed. Conclusion. Fiona's story is a testament to the power of perseverance, love, and the human spirit's resilience. Through sign language and AAC technology, she found her voice, and through Heather's advocacy, many more are learning to listen. Their journey illuminates the boundless possibilities that emerge when we embrace alternative paths to communication and understanding. And yet, Fiona's story is not just about adaptation. It's about redefining what it means to thrive in a world that often overlooks those who communicate differently. It is a call to reimagine education systems, healthcare frameworks, and community support structures to better serve children with diverse abilities. It urges us to ask, what does success look like for a nonverbal child? And how can society reshape itself to recognize and nurture that success? Heather and Fiona's journey is a blueprint for change. Their daily commitment to building communication bridges, whether through a signed word, a tapped icon, or a shared laugh, reveals that true connection goes beyond spoken language. It is rooted in patience, creativity, empathy, and belief in the person in front of you. Their story demonstrates that communication is not limited to vocal cords. It can come from the heart, the hands, or the screen of a speech-generating app. Their example is also a challenge to those in positions of influence: educators, policymakers, app developers, and community leaders. It asks them to invest in accessible technologies, fund inclusive classrooms, and train caregivers and professionals to recognize the value of AAC tools and sign language. More importantly, it challenges society to celebrate communication in all its forms, not merely tolerate it. Fiona is not just learning to express her needs. She's learning to express her identity, her preferences, her humor, her frustrations, and her joy. Each interaction, whether simple or complex, is a building block in a life lived fully, a life rich with meaning. And each time Heather shares their story, another parent might feel less alone, another child might be understood more deeply, and another school might make room for a new way of learning. In lifting Fiona's voice, Heather is lifting an entire conversation about disability, capability, and the transformative power of human connection. Their legacy is already growing. One sign, one sentence, one story at a time. And in a world that too often confuses silence with absence, Fiona is a radiant reminder. Every child has a voice. We only need to listen.
Kindly like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel as we keep bringing stories like Isaac Kearney's to inspire, strengthen, help, and support you and every special needs child, their parents, and everyone who love them.